You can take the girl out of the country, but you can never take the country out of the girl. Funny thing is, I never actually lived in the country. I grew up outside of New York City in the suburbs of New Jersey, but I happen to have a very southern mom. Hello, beautiful people. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this ridiculous video. This is my channel called Life Hacks. Cheers. I'm having a glass of sangria as I attempt to make fried chicken crisper. I have this chicken breast here. I cleaned it, and some people will pat down the chicken first. Oh, lovely. So I have organic flour. I'm going to add some garlic seasoning, some Cajun seasoning. I'm sorry, I meant to say ground cayenne. This is Tony Saturate, a little Cajun seasoning. This is almost out. I love this stuff. I usually put this on chicken and put lemon and bake it. It's fantastic. You can put it on salmon too. This is awesome. My mom used to cook with this stuff a lot. So I got Cajun seasoning in there. I got this at a Middle Eastern grocery store. I really love it because it has like all these different spices all together. So if we ever go camping again, hopefully soon, this is great. It's just so nice. It's all together. So I love it. I'm gonna add some paprika, salt, and lastly, I'm going to add Italian mix. All right, I'm going to give this a little bit of stir. What's going to happen here? Let me add a little bit more. I want this to be flavorful. So I'm gonna let my chicken marinate in this, and then we're gonna come back, and then I'm gonna be dipping the chicken in an egg mixture and frying it. But I actually want the chicken to marinate a little bit, so I'm literally gonna let it sit in this flour mix for like 20 or 30 minutes. So some people make fried chicken with buttermilk. I've never done that. For this video, I'm following what Paula Deen does. Hopefully, I'm wishing for the best. We'll see. The last time I made fried chicken, I actually did not use, I didn't even use egg last time. I have made fried chicken with egg before. Like I said, I've only made fried chicken 2 times, so I'm learning like everyone else, but I'm following the advice of the YouTube experts here. So I'm gonna take 2, this is only 1, technically I probably only need 1 egg because it's only 1 chicken breast, and this is basically an experiment. But just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna use 2 eggs. Some recipes only call for the egg white or egg yolk. I'm just gonna use a whole damn egg, okay? Whatever. So I'm adding 2 eggs. Let's hope I know what I'm doing. I'm using Frank's Red Hot sauce. I'm a little skeptical about this, but I saw different recipes that included it, so I'm just gonna go for it. I'm guessing on the appropriate amount. Making sure that there's no shells in my little batter here. And I'm gonna add a little water, just a little bit. Now I'm gonna get a fork, and I'm gonna whisk this up. I'm gonna go ahead and start heating my oil. I'm using vegetable oil. You can use healthier options. I'm just using vegetable oil because that's what I have, and I'm on a tight budget right now. So there's been a couple different updates. I added a little bit more Frank's Red Hot seasoning. Now I'm out. Ran out. I love this stuff. It's great. So I ran out of that, but I felt like I should add a little bit more because I was looking at some recipes and I'm like, I need a little bit more seasoning. Because like I said, the last time I made fried chicken, it's just, I didn't nail it. And I want to nail it this time. So I added a little more Frank's. I added a little more water to my egg mixture. I also like stirred it more so it's like frothy now. And then the oil should be good now. Should probably, you want it to start at 375. And then keep it within, oh, it's over 375. So I'm actually gonna turn it down a little bit. So the oil is ready. The chicken marinated for a bit. I'm going to be super unhealthy, dip it in the egg, dip it back in the flour, make it extra crispy, hope for the best. I'm gonna fry each piece for about 8 minutes and then check the temperature to make sure that it's all good to go. So let's see how this goes. Like I said, this is only my 3rd or 4th time making fried chicken. So hopefully I get it right this time. Just throw in the pieces in the batter. And I'll throw them back into the flour mixture. And then they're going in the fryer. I've still got my southern roots to make, even though the heart of me is an East Coast girl, but you know what? I come from a southern mom and I can never forget where I come from. So yeah, my mom would appreciate this. Let's do this and hope for the best. Now, I don't know if I should just throw it in again or throw the egg mixture again and then the flour. I just don't know how to get carried away. So I'm gonna test it. So I threw one piece in the egg and now I'm throwing it back in the flour and now it's going in the fryer. I'm doing one at a time. I don't want to overcrowd my pan. Actually, you know what? For this batch, I'm just gonna throw it in the egg mixture, throw it back in the flour, and call it a day. We'll see how it turns out. My goal is to make crispy, delicious fried chicken strips that I want to have for lunch tomorrow. Let's see how this works out. Now, it is getting kind of dark, but they might go in the air fryer later just to make sure the interior is cooked, because I don't want the exterior to be all burnt. I don't want to just throw away food, you know? I mean, we all make mistakes. Clearly, I didn't do something right here. Unfortunately, I used the rest of my oil, so I can't add more oil to like lower the temperature here. So, I'm just gonna let this oil cool off a bit. The temperature was just too high. As you can see, the pieces just, you know, burn too quickly, but I'm sure the interior is not cooked enough, so maybe I will improvise here. But as you can see, frying chicken is not as simple as you might think, so appreciate all those people cooking in those kitchens, even appreciate the McDonald's workers. It's not as simple as it looks, okay, my friends? This time, I'm just gonna dip it in the flour once, or well, it's sitting in the egg. You know what? I'm gonna do something different. Okay, I'm gonna check the temperature. I'm not gonna put it in the flour twice. I'm just going to put it in the egg mixture and then throw it in the fryer. But I'm gonna make sure the temperature's not too high this time so it doesn't look like it's gonna burn. So I'm gonna actually remove it from the heat and get it at the sweet spot, which is 375. Lesson learned. See, don't be intimidated by cooking. I'm screwing up and you improvise, you find another way and you try again. That's just how life is too, you could say, right? You don't have to be a culinary genius to try to make a good meal for your family. You can make something good, it comes out great, and make something that comes out awful, and you learn, and then you try again. And just always have a frozen pizza in your freezer in case you screw up. You know, that's life. So I didn't get to be the Betty Crocker version of myself I dreamed I could be. Could not eat the burnt chicken. No, it did not work out. So basically I learned really check your temperature, and you don't want the oil to be over 375. Otherwise, as soon as you drop the chicken strips in the oil, they're gonna burn. So these actually came out good though. I may have lost a third of the chicken breast because I actually accidentally burnt it, but I ate one chicken strip and it was pretty good. I'm not at, I've had really good fried chicken I used to get at a ranch in Centerville. I'm not at that level yet. I think they use buttermilk, but this is pretty good. It's better than last batch I made. I might have burnt a few pieces, but I'm happy with this end result. So I have Stop and Shop brand honey mustard, which is really good actually. And the chicken is juicy, it's not too dry. The last time I tried to make fried chicken, I didn't use egg. I just marinated the chicken in soy sauce and then added it to a flour mixture. This time I first marinated it in a flour mixture with a bunch of seasoning and then added it in an egg that also had Frank Hot red sauce. And then I fried it. Of course, you saw my initial fail, but the rest turned out really good. It's juicy, not overcooked, not too dry, flavorful.